Oh, hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it. Push sugar level, fa check it, check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Of show business, and this is about us. This is about our legends. I want to talk about Hammer. Edward Osepoku. Yeah, I said it, no. Hammer of the last two. And maybe a chum, a brand Ghana. You discover a new sound, a new genre of music. I never friend hip life no. A dini bu whole krumu now you free man na emfa. Side dini bako a Hammer of the last two. In fact, you can't almost my hip life yet deo krumu hana. Hammer of the last two account. On my hip life here, the papa. What beat ni pe na was original because who's a way it is coming from the masters. Na oye juma na mfi bebre yetete talent. Onya juma bebre free mu. Oma also de omo ko abonten, de omo ko abonten, omo ese so chiromade wo inside, chiromade wo inside. Emane omo chiromade ni bebre ababaye akukudamfo ewo ye music industry ni mo. But for some reasons, yete say Hammer say oh afedie opese ode tonton sansan no eto kakra na okohwe another business no so this ka beba eti okoye business eye brodo business but I say brodo business so mfaso mpa okoton brodo A1 bread emu ano sande e comfy juice kra e ka ho enti ni nyina be ma Hammer era fi ye music industry o ka so de talk akra okoye adwuma ya ohwa na manfo professor oh Hammer na adwuma wagya oh Hammer e wosa oba oh Hammer na den say otietie ni nyina na so okay afedi ye o ma na me ne omo ye adwuma wo eye A1 bread no matro letter that come on say I want to resign. First, no mo say omo person be jet but afedi oma jet to me say Hammer me en resign me fa me brodo niam ni nyina nto ho na me kwai de me pese me ye na mum kai say enye so resign keke A1 bread adwuma no owo shares wom equity kakra ho on the side enti no say wajai krampo no still ne sika beba and also oh e confuse the hokra de adwuma na nhyara anya den sa enti ano no obetimi de oye na wiade na to na ne omu a na wakoboam kakra na akpakpakpa enti se ya de obenya ensa ene adwen ene adaje e de ama enyom amafo tiom ye ni age Hammer, why are they say wasamba? Because moka ho and mama hip life music industry no ejina mo free muno JQ mo appear to small oh dini Dawson Roro mo free mu kakra na Zap Mallet shout outs to him mo free mu na say ne man yes slow kakra no it's Hammer badia omani ajepa na we yen koma me pese ye hwe say at this stage me bisa questions bebre abranche bi so chro brofu bi metra me ready and also at this stage I'm reading that I'm asking say Hammer's come back for the money or for the passion. It is one of my questions. Hammer's come back into the hip life sound or the hip life industry or the music in general, no? Is it for the passion or it is for the money? But before I even introduce the song I want to play, Na Yemfa and celebrating Hammer, no? A gentleman wrote something, and I want to read that as well. Nafe, because but muntie we pa the brand and share nafe more discussion am the account. Ebi ane hu hia, ebi crop ane hu hia. Dada obi, oye artist manager of a sort, oye A&R, oye ni nyina bi. And also action ajibu no say. This is an unpopular opinion. Or say some of became and yenny pabi brain and any by adwin. Boy away. Say some more can a more shit, a more rem in baby brain in adwin, but still also say. Young Cambrofo. Or say I hope this return in response to Hammer the Hammer kind of. No, say I hope this return is for a greater good. I mean there is a reason Dr. Dre or Timbaland would keep producing till date, and a certain Don Jazzy would be more channeled to artists and repertoire now than production. For the former, their sound is forever going to be hip-hop no matter how it evolves. But the latter is unfortunate to come from an industry where the sound has evolved entirely from the early 2000s to now. Same reasons the likes of ID Kabasa, K-Solo, etc. would decide to hang their boots on production because they came from an entirely different era sound-wise. In Ghana, there once existed the dominant hip-life era, but the sound now is Afrobeat. For a global domination, I think the industry needs in our OGs more A&Rs. Yes, I had him. I said for a global domination, I think the industry needs in our OGs more A&Rs and possible music coaches for artists and talent development than producers. Regardless of my opinion above, I wish the legend the best of his return, coming from a place of love. This is what Dada Obi, who is an artist, A&R manager, talent manager, road manager for some international artists, including Pato Rankin and other artists here in Ghana. This is what Dada Obi is also saying. And I'm also asking another question on the side. For the passion or for the money? The return of Hammer. All these put together, it is a great news for the industry to know that with his wealth of experience over the years, Hammer is coming back into our game. Some of us can't wait. What do you know about Hammer? What have you heard about Hammer? So that was a song to celebrate the life of the legendary producer Hammer, Edward Osei Poku, and this is called Yedawase. And great artists from the camp of Last Two coming together to produce this song just to praise the works of Hammer. We were even expecting more. Na Hammer ka say or the ne production tools out of form. Now he's going into bread making. Bread making wakoye kakra. Me sure say kakra so ba ni bottom fine. I feel say now bread can wait. Back to music. Na watro bibi fe. I want to read that. Na fe yen start and come on ankasa. Yenti de Hammer so etro ne. Jata o de to ana say men kan free ha. You saw the be mama. O de beto okay na mama kan na hwese ne ekoe. O say I have been working on my new compilation album for a while now. The album is mostly dominated by the new school artists and blessed by some veteran artists as well. Production commenced around August 2022 and targeted a scheduled release date of April 2023. The problem is, this album's completion has become protracted due to my trying to balance the demands of my creative process and my day job as managing partner and head of sales, as well as marketing at A1 Bread. All while simultaneously trying to manage Red Eye's comeback album as well. So I had to make a decision. I'm glad to report that A1 Bread has accepted my resignation in good faith to allow me to focus on my return to music. And my decision to resign from my day job will not impact my standing in the company as an equity stakeholder whatsoever. A Kumfi Juice, on the other hand, isn't as demanding because we are only key distributors of the brand. Thus, the team will continue serving you the best pineapple juice in the world today. Look out for my new album, Upper Echelon, in early 2024. Thank you and happy holidays. This is what Hammer shared on his timeline on Facebook some 11 hours ago. As it stands now, so many people have expressed excitement in their news that Hammer is coming back. So many industry big names have all commented under this post, giving Hammer plaudits for coming back into the game. But then again, whilst welcoming him, I want us to discuss the nuances around it. But before, let me say thanks to my sponsors, and here I'm talking about Be a Champion Gallery. Be a Champion Gallery is Ghana's best artisans, painters, and they are the guys to go to anytime you are looking for the best pieces of painting to buy. And I'm talking about special ones that you can hang on your walls in your homes, in your offices, in your church, and even present it to some people as gift as well. Be a Champion Gallery. They are Ghana's #1. Let me give you a filler. The filler is that Be a Champion Gallery is about to give us a 1-week exhibition where you get to see some of their beautifully painted and designed works at the Alliance Française starting 18th of December to 22nd of December here in Accra. And we want people who are lovers of arts to come to the Alliance Française 18th to 22nd December to be a part. It is 1-week exhibition. It is called the Flagged Up Exhibition, powered by Be a Champion Gallery. But, open money be is simple. Accra Hankomo 2 shops were her. First shop, West Hills Mall. West Hills Mall ni mo Be a Champion Gallery. Shop ho. Oko Atlantic Mall and then so Atomic Junction. Be a Champion Gallery. Office ho. And I call Cape Coast Castle. Castle ni mu pe Be a Champion Gallery ho. And I call Elmina Castle so now, what I want you to do is to get their number. So in case you want to be a part of those who will be going to see the products that are going to be exhibited at the Alliance Française, or maybe you want to buy something, just call Be a Champion Gallery on 024-305-8956. That is 024-305-8956. Be a Champion Gallery, Ghana's best when it comes to works of arts, sculptured works, painting, and more. Now, Yao Gray is an artist. He has been part of the Hammer era, part of the Reggie Rockstone era, and he is still here today. Yamisane say Hammer koye na only ho any bar or bar. Of fun is saying, or who is saying, and then some makaka or we. And then I don't know so I drink sir. Yeah, Fatuma.
Because say ene ebi obi be pisa ana obi be chro ewo the page say is Hip Life dead or where did Hip Life go? Like I say Hammer pulling out a kaho Emma sa questions ni na ebe questions amount let me be sir.
Let me put it in a different context. Opaso kase. Sema Hip Life call for mono. hammer nyumo jaya ka ho e da ma hip life crop.
Yes, because one of the main pillars. One of the main pillars. And they say control or machine tree. Hammer became a culture. But the day he was ahead of the game. Because the baby Yefina, Hammer who went there, I was sad time. May enjoy and make it to this time. The car, what you see? One bit of your boss is here. Forget to say Afrobeat, because it's a bit we see here. We are.
Be move you.
Hammer beat ye beater, what's here? And Fang said this used to be in the 80s, this used to be in the 90s, and you beat me.
Like this.
TJD Alampine Fabrene Kofa Obrafo Paimuka album. Faber to do a month for albums, any episode. But not Bohama dear, Tia mix. Let's say send your master. Never never catch me say Hammer trouble. Intimate for Saturday because Hammer was a whole movement. A whole movement, yes. Reggie Rockstone, a Lanchia grown. Reggie, for baby, I may be Jinano, said I mean, say Reggie Lanchia grown or Lanchia. Timem for a share near Reggie, a persevere to ahead, say, Ibia, share Sabia, Ophia Bruchire, Bentina. Ibia Utimi Yenia or Yen. Why? Because he was rapping in English and mixing it with tree. But Opera for the 70 from Emma for the budget to Muka say, Ampa, Sana, Yebe to me, Aye.
Okay.
Intino, Shenia, Roa Reggie Rockstone player. She Roa Opera for player. Opera for role now player. Who made it happen?
Hammer.
The sound. Till now, the whole world will barely Hammer sound. And we are not proud of that. Tones are not Hammer, you see. Up to ne. Forget it, and they beat in here, say trap beat in here, say then here, say what the Hammer beat? All you ask yourself is who made this beat? And we want to sit back and act like this is one of the things we should just say it has to be in archives. No. I don't think it was like that. Ninti Ameka said him pulling out a higher sound.
Okay.
Because why never go? Minimum other artists they play almost like Hammer. It is a Red Eye.
You mean other producers?
Other producers.
Yeah.
Red Eye had those hands.
Yeah.
Minipa Baku Uja 420.
Yeah.
Had that same hands.
Okay.
And how many engineers actually told Hammer's name? Few. Why? Because a coin be a pavy as a coin in Nihubio.
Nede, so possibly.
The coin will be a name so yen will be a bit in the easy. Taking of samples, taking of this. But Hammer was coming with tones.
He was not doing sampling from anywhere.
Sampling those things.
Bonade from
baritons, no, and we are Ufi Crow Ben so now take that. Yes, umbrella now the Bakwa chassis and hip hop.
Okay.
But you know this is coming from a different place. See Lucy God with the fight of Hammer's beat and JQ's beat. That was our biggest problem. Those who were rapping on Hammer's beat were making those who were rapping on JQ's beat look like money be massa. That is not what the game is about. And as microphone so you was as a commercial.
Yeah.
So microphone so you were also say
money me. That's a good analysis.
You divide the agro no one mirror I was saying you training in our boom. You divide him every year JQ BTB Hammer BTB.
Mo book back mo.
Tiny more verse in a Hammer beat me.
J Jama.
it started from there. My culture no, a bit divided. Way fighting against way fighting against way. My second thing is Ghana's problem. Me warrior standard na hammer asserting. A standard here. Yet make us say I won't come back to it, and that standard is standard forever. If he wants to live it like that, he will be that icon, that untouchable hero, that person. But passion won't allow him.
Okay.
Our only problem right now is Ghanaians with expectations. As Wakase or Babaki, expectations, you know, with Ghanaians, bit my see to the stand say, or bit me the side expectation about the 200 by 18, 1, 2, 3. You ever say when we next. Where we are now, next because we are quick. One father no emba abontene de Ghana for pese ye be bobo ne adi ho nkomo ne ya nya tie wie ya ne ya wie
ye mubi on
which one next again. So I'm sure Hammer has ammunition, sir. So okasi o jemu obi jemu ba me no ya and then you me who post here back me here. Ghanaians with their expectations. Will they allow this to actually flourish like it's supposed to be? Because it is coming from a legend.
Okay.
Dr. Dre and Ne Kasi will release the album. Hip hop world,
they will embrace it.
Yeah, embrace whether you want to say is from a legend. We still have to learn from him. Dr. Dre is Dr. Dre, and then because, and then in my phone last night, I come and say, Dre, she beat Asia with hip hop, but my idea about you not like a lizard. You both to see.
Yeah.
And then a signature of hip hop. But and then in my phone, almost say, and then they say, yes. So you have to know that every 10 years, the sound changes. But after all these years, Hammer Sophie gave me. I don't think Hammer's sound will be a sound that we will hear and act as if say this is a new sound. Hammer's sound is the sound, and it is hip hop.
Answer this question for me before I move on to Kojokin. I'm asking that the comeback. What do you see? For the money or for the passion? Which one do you see, knowing you have been around?
I won't lie to you. It's the two.
It's the two?
It's the two.
Okay.
It's passion. And when that passion is on the table, definitely that passion is coming with some ethics.
Okay.
Those ethics are supposed to bring in
money.
So hip life is coming back.
Thank you. His name is Yao Gray, himself a hip lifer. Of course, he's also a general musician. He understands the depth of music, giving us some experience in his submission on the comeback of Hammer. So well put, and I enjoyed the delivery same way. Now, what do you also think? Hammer is coming back. Were you active in the hip life era? A brand new hip life for Chroma now Nibi. And Indomie Manibia, no problem. Only Black Sheriff Mongrel. But at the moment today, we are talking hip life, the comeback of Hammer. That is what we are doing. Let Kojo come in. Now into the Kojo and Subeka.
Oh yeah. Good news. Say an institution like Hammer, Becca say, or back to full-time music business and production as well. A very good news for our space because Hammer Mono, the kind of experience, any knowledge omu say otiompo onye production na say oko nanim na or can some 1 2 be cracho about the music and also the business.
You have to understand.
It will help you. It will go a long way to help you. And for him to come say now know what the other duties be to her. No about a very good news. Me, I would say Hammer quitting music to take the
A1 job.
A1 marketing and managerial role no will be like a downside movement to me. Because if all other things were to be okay with our music system, the kind of money he would have made, you know, will supersede whatever.
Going for bread.
Yeah, the man as new rule now, the man will A1. But unfortunately, our industry is what it is. Until you go somewhere and do something to also keep up. So you can't begrudge him that much. But people like Hamamo moving off the space with the level of experience, you know, a high industry, you know.
Okay.
A high industry because Senka, imagine say Oguso year till date, and only new school no Eguso a together, how it will be, and also coming from a legacy, when you have that experience, and I know Hama is very very updated.
Yeah. When
it comes to whatever is happening within the space now, even though when Oye A1 job, no, he still had an eye on the industry.
Yeah.
It should be because now poppy in to so share the way the accuracy of interpretation or the man out to me say no, this is not somebody that you can just box him for a decade. Be a name be a chemu name on Ogusuni yeden ewa adwuma. And so I know say sene obamwa the experience from then any the changes in the environment now no or combining na woman or the other ababa and now no baby a wakwaku run so de ne ho to some pedestal bia obetimi at the business in common.
Okay.
Because and they say or project bi na say or call A1 ho na say otimi expression who here I think they will push in money for him to also do it. It you know experience now wakwaba no it is for the betterment. Yes, easy see about journey say or be hip life because that is what we have known him for. You know say the strength, and the comfortable zone. But one thing or can post say
okay.
Or say most of these artists are dominated by the new guys. That's we know so very important. And our anchor saw be hip life. There was nothing in there. I say I'm coming back to hip life. But obi obedrin say bia no menene talk because and no na say how already. So these new guys no baby omo free ba their understanding of the music now no any ham so baby free ba niema who is okay we are lacking in today's production and today's rhythm and sound and all of that you know or more franos ni the omo IQ ni creative prowess no to me imagine the bomwa. We are seeing something beautiful that is about to happen.
True.
Exactly because these guys now understand the new trends, how they will pick their words. Because okran semo beka you have a beat so and ya no na ene ebi our four beat say amrado and as a strong manner strong and as a blackwa barbecue. Blackwa is coming to give us that new vibe that we can so relate, but beat in any sound and is coming from a well-experienced and equipped cortex. And you know, I'm seeing it to be very, very, very creative. Post BOB, exactly. Say yes. You don't know how much vision, goals, objectives, and all of that.
In the comeback.
In the comeback, you may not know whether he want to create music that will take international front and all of that, whether to also equip or shaping the industry with respect to sound. Any nyama bia lapses bi ohun say bia ato sinintino or babe shame and it will depend on how much vision, goals and objectives. So it will be too early to predict some of this. Yes, a public win to be a bit me actually, but Hama clearly has a vision or objectives or goals being tina or samba back to them. It's because can we say all free A1 hono a sika no ohwe.
Yeah.
He was making money in there. It for him to make a decision. There was a time he made a decision and said, okay, after all my achievements in the music game, I want to put it down and go and pursue other venture. But now no science what can say Me yes I had the but I think say it is time for me to come back. So possibly onimyenti oyeden oba. And your question as to whether it is for the passion or for the money, no. I think say sikano so ka because passion dey or what say or enunti even though na onye too active no still na ogusu ni yedin sawaso. It now all ban definitely ni oja ato hono no and set music in it ba. And the person was talking about A&R. Yes, what happens is say now Hammer can produce. It now betimi so sporty talent.
Yeah.
No the omato a record label or kind of all produce them and maybe market them to a bigger record labels or brands and with his influence and all of that. So Hammer coming back is a good news.
Okay.
No two ways about that because his pedigree and his experience, you know,
an
influence in the system, you know. Say it is good for even some of the OGs now we are hip life era. And now people because Mekai Ofre Kwame Yogo say a man is from few directions. The guy pick it and it worked. And I know say a lot of the people are one more ideas are ayejuma. It's all by a very, very good news. And I wouldn't be surprised if or the energy be some of the old guys in Muma. Some of them can still make a living from hip life or other genres because hip life still have a market. Just say we are not tapping into it. It is the right sound, the right approach, the right strategies, marketing. Those people who also love their hip life, we can still reach them, and those who are doing it will also make money from that.
Well, very well said by Kojo King. He's also a musician, songwriter, and one of my pundits here on Class Showbiz. 740 will speak finally on this subject. Nafe, I'm moving on to our next business. All right.
Topic we I want us to look at it critically.
Okay.
I usually like to look at things in a very critical manner, put things in their right perspectives.
Okay.
Not just be at it once. First of all, me person ham about no. Yeah, the pressure better so. Because you see, if we be paradigm shift and generational gap. And success.
Why number so the pressure and better?
Better industry need the pressure better or no harm and so.
And also the Mesome sure say a bed because and I could your great campus no. The first song will be okay yet academy.
Anyway, yeah, can your day back. But let me go on to my point.
Okay,
I'll come back
ahead
to the generational gap and paradigm shift later. Yes, just a hammer banner or banner sequence here. Say, I dare know, you may be why you may be why you're afraid. It may be say, as of DNA, certain jobs you are, look, you're afraid you will be frustrated. You understand what I mean? See, I'm sure where he is making money as a corporate man. You know, into marketing for these huge companies. A1 is not a small company.
Never.
And what he does for a comfy juice is not small. In fact, with A1, he's even a shareholder. I don't know about a comfy juice. Get it? Which means it's not about...
A comfy juice is also a distributor, main distributor. Yeah.
Which means it's not like... And it's not a comfy juice in Soto.
Yeah.
Until you say, you understand? But a friend calling beer...
A one is
one or Nankasan Megidi say, or a hunter. A hunter because he knows things could have gotten much better. And I'm sure if Hammer will talk to us, I'm sure he might, I might be wrong. He might tell us that, Ebi or wa, baby, a hunter. Say, Adi,
Madam
Majato, I know I have a role to play in this. You understand? I have a role to play. Major to a man, edu baby edu. Ebi anka me hona me tene ni say ya nka be yi. I say Sammy Flexer, otifies all of us no say all of us no say on ye show.
Showbiz be.
na o baby. In fact, so one can say when you be on way to come. I just over London. They say, "Oh, now share the beer." I say, "We can make can say." I know, right? Idea, calling. Into hammer is not fine. Into na ojai call any na he wasn't really gone. I say, "Go because no jam quentia." We can carry no be expressing the view. We not sign call because on any day no. You see those times now more they enter into the game no. They are not doing it for money.
Yeah, the passion was higher.
And the passion to do this kind of things, is much greater than the desire for money
from it. Yeah,
exactly. And so people who make it big mostly don't focus on money. Any big entrepreneurs, look at Microsoft, Bill Gates, nominated almost starting 9 years ago. They just want to create something. They desire to create something. I'm sure when I partnered with Obrafo to organize
Paimoka 20,
I would say Obrafo Paimoka 20. We had lunch, dinner one time. Myself, Hammer, Obrafo, and a few of his friends during that era at one of the hotels. And yet, who did in Hammer said, okay, said there was a time sometimes someone record there or PBTB or a certain kind of tone beer. Onim nyoye ebia opensuo tone bi obetra wa twan amansuo ato na nsuo to awa record
wow
record na wakotana se no de aye ndwom no nti otie ne horns na na enye no tadana na tadana enye no sata ne enhye dan ti bi da ewo industry nti eye passion a ewo ne mu a brasa me he didn't finish his job when we no call ye nti hante no oh hante no as a you na yasman say onka kenya be seminar odu baby o no feel say o bibia okoye hante no you get nti bano it's not as if say bia obe pesca he needs to come and complete a certain assignment and I pray he gets that strength to do so because it's not going to be easy.
Okay,
the reason why it's not going to be easy is because of what I mentioned earlier, the paradigm shift and then the generational gap. The way people used to think some time ago, and yes, I know more doing now.
Yeah.
So he needs to first of all fortify his own way.
Thoughts.
Na dream. It's all catching no say it's not going to be easy. And find a way obe blending what he used to do and what he knows to match up with the current taste
ways of doing music, yeah.
But you see, I have songs I enjoy. I say, actually, what I say, I bought me so many my playlist, many John.
And the popular songs out there.
Oh, you can ask the people who hang around with me, the kind of songs I play for them. It's not the songs that me I won't say that, but you will enjoy it. So maybe some say, you get into some. This generation so no so njuma almost holding idea say ye omondwom no enye no na say ye so ye time no
na etie
say ye co program na say what those old hip life near the shema
nostalgic
feeling that nostalgic feeling na eba no hit it differently a hit na a hit ya a hit nyan a hit we ye no 2000 call a 2010 for you put the end there forget it. They are looking at it as history. The nature of history is that when you are living in history, you don't even know you are in the history. But we are in history. Those times na hammer beat. What say hammer beat at the end of no. Be a quality I want and then no.
True.
We need to marry the two. I say you're married to Nina, you who have you know,
so in this case, people like in our generation now bracket, so the same style Puba, to us it will be well accepted. To us it will be well consumed.
Oh, yes, exactly.
But to today's music consumer,
unfortunately, so the movers and shakers often there.
We are not the active music consumers.
But how many times now? You know that kind of that one. Then after the enthusiasm, you know, you move, you know, And most of the, excuse me if somebody feels offended, most of the OGs, you know, even use the word OGs. That is their frustration. That is their biggest frustration. Say, or feel say, I'm not, without any disrespecting anyone, the way I mean, when you tell me to say TikTok, ya ote Philomena Petenge. Na that kind of nostalgia feeling there, the man. Trust me, na my phone hate almost that. Inti one year, a bayer say first now what to say no. Sa na what say. That is something about success. So when you achieve success at a certain level, na say ebia you are there. Me can't what from you are still there. But ebia and then for no omo you are expecting say we mo be treat you the way at first no na we mo treat you no. But the levels are different. So you have to, it is left with you, Hammer, no, and those OGs, you know, to understand. If you haven't gone through the mill and you are an OG and you haven't gone through the process of socializing yourself, updating yourself gradually and
the current ways.
Someone like Ochame Kwame, for instance. So Ochame Kwame has hits in every era. He has hit songs in every era. Into no, we're blending in man. The mafui be crying. Shade who is so a OG. You get it? Into no, look at Sarkodie. Sarkodie has been relevant for over 10 years. Yeah. And still counting. Yeah. And still OTA Sarkodie first hit songs.
Baby more.
Because what with me grow with time and with me enter into the Afrobeat and into no a smoothing curve no. So the new generation and then the old generation have married him. But if there is a break, if at a point you stopped doing music or you stopped doing what you used to do and you want to pick it up, know that there's no fine line between you and that link. So you have to now take your time to create bridges and kakakaka. Now, so we need to swear. Are you smooth? See, that's going to be the challenge Hammer is going to face. Now, Hammer now has to find a way to bridge the gap between enjoying with the current generation of people who are doing it now, and you know they need to understand that this man is an ancestor. And it's still relevant. That's, I mean, ending my point. You know, I had a chat with Kojuenchi, the legendary Kojuenchi, some time ago. You do know Kojuenchi hates to be called the legend.
I didn't hear.
And I say, he's not retired. Oh, retired yet. Okay, so yeah, he's still in the game. He's still in the game. So that tag of, you know, legend. So the faster you debunk that and then try to always recreate yourself. You get it? Recreating yourself every day is very, very important. So I wish Hammer all the best. We love him. He's a big man. Okay. And I pray that all the time he wasn't doing music, I pray he was doing it back end. Okay. And that he has updated himself with trends from the time he left to date. So I build it in a small pillars and you'll be to me in the bridge, you know, after coming.
Let me ask you this. I want a straight answer. Would you want Hammer to come back to do the old hip life sound, or you want him to do the trend like you just mentioned? Which one would you want us to enforce?
Okay, so when he's coming out, he should find a way to marry the two. He should marry the two because, you see, the moment you try to create in your head that he should, I wish he would even come as no only ho. Yes, he should come as not only ho, and come hard. Okay. Because you see, say, or the old show to them say, I've met some of these old musicians who enter into a room now and they say, why you guys don't know me? See, the way you come like that, you become frustrated. Okay. But introduce yourself. Let people, I wish he would come and introduce himself. Yes. Because now, there's nothing wrong with introducing yourself for people to know you again, even if they knew you. So that it gives the benefit of those who didn't know you to now know you. so that for your own mental health, you don't, yes, for your own mental health and stability in mind, you don't feel disappointed. So me, anytime I call anybody, whether you have my number or not, I still introduce myself. Brass, I'm about to force in you. Unless if you be a if you watch out there, when I call you, I tell you who I am.
Yeah.
So that in case, that's a be a real female. What's a human? Now my introduce, now said the respect be now so the mamia. Now the mammy. No one could disrespect me now. Eh, dear, now Nipani nimu the way we expect to say so to me.
Very well. Thank you, Stephen Atokwamina Force, and he's the CEO of Create Concept, Create Music. Now, Mamenko, Kojola, the same question, Bisa Force, and finally, he said, Hammer Bano, would you expect him to do hip life, or you want him to do the trends, as that Obi was saying, say, on kind was assassin. Which one would you want him for?
I wouldn't advise him to do the trend because on to me Melbourne saying that big God.
How do you know?
Oh, I can say.
Hey,
Obi practice at the end Obi. You the young miracle ne whatever. But you see near Unini as one thing you do one dance here. These guys have been playing for her MOG beat. That big God more boy then consistently. It was all bow them I entered that now buy and what boy but the chances of it happening no less. It to me
what if it comes with a new sound?
Exactly. To me no help life for no. But you won't lose focus of and near maybe a head and sound nibi element of the and the man no I am more unique and stronger than an Edian. Because last we know church and no church how or peki kimpoa near a layesa or the gumu a money kick ni sound unique. It's your boba I could say now or the high hats near manema go as yama in wedu. It is all the same experience they can know of the modern touch. And I want to believe so better tap into some of today's producers, you know. It work. Don't come new like Obebo and now Afrobeat or more hip life na on find the modern way in system.
Yeah. Something new or let's listen to your hip life.
I can tell you no matter how Hammer will try and change his hands, you still hear Hammer, and that is what I'm expecting. Hammer.
Sure.
And I feel say Hammer back, not back again. No, I say a beat in a meboa, a betra, boba, not send me the whole journey. That's number two. I hear life. Yeah, fire to my pay for over 50% players have about 5 Hammer. Okay. I feel convincing with sound no. Now only piano say obechere because hip life a movement be a see I can say any paba be a obepeti no. I can say adie no. So Hammer be take his advantage no the way ISR movement now. Then a new revolution is coming. But if it's just beating everybody and yeah.
Thank you, y'all. Great. Thank you, Kojo King. Thank you, Stephen Forson.